They were all over Houston from the start in their second game. And so they've had up and down starts throughout the competition, you'd have to say. Switched out wide right for Paranaense. Marcus Vinicius laying it off here to Thiago. Giovanni, who's been sitting at the base of that midfield throughout this competition, starting all 4 games now for Paranaense. Here on the ball again. Paranaense starting to settle in here, getting more comfortable. Clipped off the ball finally. There is Thiago. So the starting lineups for these two teams, I apologize for the delay, still getting them through. In goal, number 1, Bento for Atletico Paranaense. Along the back line from right to back, Marcus Vinicius at right back. Halter getting his first start of the tournament at right center back. Alongside him, Paulo in his 4th start of the game, of the competition. And at left back is Lucas. I mentioned Giovanni sitting in that holding midfield behind the 4 attacking midfielders from left to right. Demetrius, the big goal scorer, diminutive goal scorer, Julian alongside him, and then Stefano and Thiago finishing off the attack. And up top, the captain, number 9, you see closing down the ball there, the big man, Igu, who has led his team throughout the competition. 2 goals in the first game for Igu to open up play, a goal against Houston, and then an assist in the final game to create the last goal. Julian, 5 goals in the tournament. Was right the first time, don't question. Versus DC, Houston, and RSL, as well as 2 assists, the leading chance creator in the competition. On the flip side for Pumas, Bravo Williams in goal, Alexis Escarrega at right back, Alberto Rodriguez, Emilio Carbajal, and Juan Gomez along the back line. In the 4-4-2 at left midfield, Bralian Ramirez. Holding midfield, Carlos Gutierrez and Eric Hermando. And at right midfield, Mejia Tonatia. And up top, Said Del Angel and Geronimo Rodriguez for this Pumas team. Julian down the right side, as he has all tournament, wearing the long sleeve shirt and the jersey just a size too big for him. He's been asked to be called just by Julian. His last name is Suzuki. Paranaense, Copa Libertadores finalist in 2005, falling at the last stage of that competition. This one's played short. Demetrius trying to link up there. It looked like on that clip in with Thiago. The wind's starting to get a little bit stronger out here. About 55 degrees and sunny. Not a cloud in the sky here in Frisco, Texas. Perfect conditions for soccer. The wind's been a huge factor all tournament out at Toyota Soccer Center on the outer field. It hasn't been that much of a factor here in the stadium. The first game between Monterrey and Chivas, it wasn't affecting play. We'll see if that changes as this game goes along. Eventually, that one goes out of bounds for Thiago. Thiago, 3 goals himself in this competition, as well as 2 assists. Started all 3 games. Here he is now once again on the ball. Brazilian representation here, getting to the semifinal last year in Palmeiras. They fell to South American rival River Plate of Argentina. Paranaense trying to go one step more. Ude Chile out of Chile as well in the semifinals later this evening of the championship division. Paranaense part of this all-international semifinal here in the Premier Division. FC Dallas representing Major League Soccer in the second set of semifinals in the championship division. Pumas, by average age, just a little bit older in this roster than Paranaense, but these 2 teams are the 3rd and 4th oldest teams in the Premier Division by average age. Chivas and Monterrey, 1 and 2. Shows you how important that physical development is. Julian with the perfect ball over the top, just touched on by the defender, and Igu not able to chase it down, eventually cleared there by Williams. Giovanni able to come away with this one after the 2 deflections. Pumas, some good possession in the opening few minutes. Paranaense settled down and controlled since then. Julian now dropping deep. He has been a pleasure to watch so far in this tournament, and he and Igu have a great connection up top. Julian's given freedom to roam. Giovanni and Igu and the players around them, a little bit more structure to the way they play. Pumas in the competition, opening up with a penalty kick loss to FC Tokyo to begin play. And they closed it out with a 1-0 win as Julian gets the shot away against the Colorado Rapids to come away with their group win. They knocked off the Philadelphia Union as well in their second game to take Group C. Paranaense on 9 points. I said no goals conceded in Group A. RSL on 6 points. They beat DC United and Houston in their 2 matchups before losing to Paranaense in the final group stage game 1-0. Group B, Chivas on 9 points. Seattle Sounders ended up the 2nd place team in the group after coming into the final day in last place on 3 points. Chicago Fire and Orlando in 3rd and 4th behind them, both on 3 points as well. In Group D, Monterrey 8 points, squeaked by Sporting KC on 7 points. And PKs in the final group stage game, the New England Revolution 3 points, and the Portland Timbers, the youngest team here at this tournament, the only team not to pick up points in the group stage as the cross comes in. Finally cleared there by Halter. Good attacking work from Pumas to earn the first corner kick of the game for this squad. Corner kick opportunity now. Looks like Rodriguez will be the one to take it. Puts his hands up, notifying his teammates of the play coming. Almost every player on the field in the box. Julian up top, surrounded by two Pumas defenders. The left-footed service played in, punched away, and still alive in the box, and it goes off the crossbar and in to the middle of the box and cleared away finally, not into the goal. I apologize. The best chance of the game so far. Bento was beaten there over his head. It looked like it was going to go over the entire goal before knocking off the crossbar and bouncing back in. Now a free kick opportunity coming once again. So back-to-back chances here for Pumas to try and open up the scoring. Got numbers on the far post if they can find it, and Bento takes that one in easily. The long kick over midfield into the path of Julian. Julian able to turn by the first defender. A chance now to cross over everyone, over Igu and to the far post. Tiago now with the second chance. He drills it off a defender and out. Paranaense lightning quick on the counterattack from Bento's hands to the feet of Julian 80 yards away. This Paranaense team showing why they were the strongest team in the group stage. To remind you, Jonathan, who started all three group games at right center back, not starting today. Not sure if it's an injury or not. So Halter, number 13, in place there alongside Paulo at right center back. We'll see if that affects this stingy defense in any way. Marcus Vinicius in a battle. Full freedom to reign for these attacking players on this Paranaense team. We see Dimitris, who's supposed to be starting out wide right, coming over, wide left, coming over to this right side. Obviously, Julian has floated this entire game, as has Stefano, number 8, there on the ball. And then Igu up top. Lucas coming into the starting lineup. Last game against RSL and remaining in. Igu's on sides here. He brings it down with his chest. Now looking for a teammate. Sweeps it back to Lucas. Julian's touch just too long, and that one's cleared away. Well done there in the midfield, it looked like, by Gutierrez. And Pumas now trying to go back the other way. A handball, a simple call there against Demetrius. As Igu chests it down off of him. Best chance of the game so far going to Pumas. The header over Bento off the crossbar, off of Bento's head as well, before it was finally cleared by Giovanni. Some dangerous, nervy moments there. Slide tackle made at the last second. By Mejia Tona Tiua. I can promise you this, Pumas did not list their lineup even remotely close to what they are playing, which is a great tactic if their goal is to trick me, which I guess could be in the cards. Demetrius knocks it back to Giovanni. Tiago dips in field now to the feet of Marcus Vinicius, and that cross swept away. Good work from Tiago once again to open up play for his team. And once again, Tonatua makes the tackle. He has been all over the field so far for his team. Tonatua starting his 4th straight game of this competition. He's been the leading passer on his team, 102 passes. 75% completion rate. Julian, the leading chance creator, trying to make one more. It's alive in the box. Lucas swings it in a second time. We've hit the crossbar in only a few minutes of play. And then what a save. Not that it counted. Lucas trying for a second chance. A bicycle kick. Getting called for the foul. And then after the play, a great save, though, by Williams on that volley. It bounces through everyone. Lucas, a creative finish, looping over. Bravo bangs off the crossbar. And then if you watch here, Lucas going for the second opportunity, getting called for the foul. Tiago still getting that shot away in the save by Williams. But it did not count. Julian flicks this one on towards Tiago. And it's cleared away by Pumas. Carbajal there. Well worked here to the feet of Demetrius. The long cross played in. Julian at the far post. Nods it down but cannot get it in on goal. And he slaps the ground. He knows how great a chance that was. The leading scorer on this team, the second leading scorer in the competition, sneaking in behind the big man Igu. Gets ahead to it and just can't find the finish. What a delight it is to watch this young player play. If you walked out on the field, he's the last player you'd think would be the assassin on this team. But he has been venomous in this tournament so far. A goal and 2 assists in the opening game, and he hasn't looked back. So both teams have hit the crossbar in the opening 20 minutes of this semifinal as these two teams look to earn a place against Monterrey in the final of this Premier Division Generation Adidas competition. Both teams looking capable of coming away with a win here. Paranaense, more of the ball in the last few minutes, as well as the opportunities. 11 goals scored in the group stage, 0 conceded for this Paranaense team. Let's put them here. 6 most goals scored in the group stage for Pumas. Not a high-scoring team, so they would like to see this game played at a slower, more controlled rate. That tackle takes it off of Julian's feet and out of bounds. Long shot here from Giovanni. As it goes out of bounds easily. Now Williams will restart the play. Tonatia dropping deep from the central midfield, looking for the ball at his feet. Looks like Williams will go long with this one. Williams not the tallest, most imposing keeper that we've seen here at this tournament. Tiago wins that. Down the line. Tonatia closing down on Julian. Julian looking for some space. He's able to get it. Then he puts it off of Gomez and out for a corner kick. So another corner kick chance coming here for Paranaense. They hit the crossbar on the last one. And they create some danger once again here. Julian and Demetrius going over to take it. The 2 center backs coming forward in Halter and Paulo, as well as Lucas once again. Williams talking to his defenders. Pumas have all but one in their own box. Cross played in at the near post. Igu, not surprisingly, is able to beat his man to the ball, but puts it over the crossbar. Pumas out of Mexico City, the big rivals of Club America, as well as Cruz Azul, the other city locals. They represent the university, their actual name, Club de Futbol Universidad Nacional. the National Autonomous University of Mexico. That's why their name is Pumas UNAM, University Nacional Autonomous Mexico. They've gone by the nickname Pumas basically since the 1960s. Their head coach used to call their players Pumas in their pregame speeches to talk about how dangerous, athletic, and versatile they could be. And the nickname has stuck since about 1965. One of the most successful teams in Liga MX history, is one of the giants of Liga MX once they were able to finally get qualification to the top stage. A famed academy as well. These young players following in the steps of some of the biggest names ever in Mexico soccer history. I was reading through the list of the quote-unquote famous graduates of this academy, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Hugo Sanchez on that list, arguably the greatest Mexican player of all time. And you think, okay, that's the biggest graduate probably, and then as Julian takes this shot and it flashes wide. Jorge Campos may not be the best player, but probably the biggest name in Mexican history. Also a graduate of this program. And then to top it all off, Claudio Suarez, the emperor. Most all-time caps in Mexico history. Second most all-time caps in international soccer history for an outfield player. He was a dominating center back for Pumas for a number of years before heading to Chivas Guadalajara and eventually finishing his career in Major League Soccer with Chivas USA. Some of the biggest names that have killed the U.S., you have to say, in history, and some players who have had some big success in Mexico as well as overseas. Some young players nowadays that came through the academy: Hector Moreno, the Mexican national team center back Efrain Juarez, as well as Pablo Barrera, who's returned to Liga MX with Cruz Azul. Pumas Academy really knows how to churn out talent. A large part of the 1986 and 94 World Cup teams were players out of the Pumas Academy and coached by one-time USA coach Bora Milutinovic, as well as he was a former Pumas player in his younger days, was the Serbian. Now that we got through our Pumas history, we can continue with the game. Another corner kick opportunity coming here for Paranaense. Julian once again to take. Leading goal scorer on this team and chance creator. Right-footed service played in. Falls at Williams' feet. He can't get a clean catch on it at first, and now he'll punt quickly up the field towards Del Angel. Del Angel battling. Cannot come away with it. Pumas need some rest here. They need to find a way to get on the ball for a couple minutes. It looks like that won't be it as Thiago wins the throw in. Good passing here from Paranaense, and the shot blocked from the foot of Julian. Like Rodriguez there with the block. Pumas cannot find any time on the ball. 35-minute halves here at the Generation Adidas Cup. So about 10 minutes left to play in this first half. This is our second semifinal of the Premier Division Championship. We have the Champions Division semifinals coming up, 6:15 p.m. Central Time and 8:15 p.m. Central Time. Later today, River Plate versus Villarreal and FC Dallas versus Ude Chile. Monterrey already knocking off Chivas 2-0 in our opening game. Now Julian comes away with it, clipped into the path of Thiago. He collides with Williams, and the foul will go against him. Marco Antonio Vega coming in and making the call. Looks like he's going to have a conversation with Thiago, but no card shown. You see here Julian picking up that loose ball, the clean little chip, reminiscent of the number 10 who plays on this field quite often, Mauro Diaz. He loves to stand that ball up and chip it in from the top of the box in the path of his attacking players. Pumas dangerous here. They have to be simpler, playing out of their own back. Tonatia put under pressure. Finally won away by Pumas. Can they counter? Rodriguez down the left side, and the pass cannot find him. Pumas struggling right now. They haven't given up a lot of great opportunities, but they haven't been able to find any time on the ball so far in this game. Finally played back to Tonatia. Now Rodriguez up the right side. It's the best attacking play of this first half now. The cross comes in and headed away by Halter. Second chance to shoot here for Pumas, and that one going well over the top of Bento's goal. So as we approach the last 5 minutes of the first half of play, Pumas struggling to get a foothold in this game. Paranaense, it feels like a matter of time until they get the opening goal. We've seen how explosive they can be in the second half of games. I don't think they'd prefer to wait, but they have had success. Scoring 3 times in the second half against Houston, 4 times in the second half against DC United. Started out with an early goal against RSL in their final group game that they were able to hold on to and protect. For Pumas, I said, falling in PKs in the opening game against FC Tokyo, knocking off the Philadelphia Union 1-0 in their second game, and then knocking off the Colorado Rapids 1-0 in their third. 2-2 was the draw against FC Tokyo before falling in penalty kicks 4-2. Good work down that far right side. Pumas open up this defense. We saw in the first game, Chivas more of the chances in the first half. Monterrey taking the lead. Pumas trying to do the same. That one goes clearly out of bounds. Ball comes in now for Del Angel. Played off to Rodriguez, and he slips on his windup. That's kind of been the story of this first half. Thiago and Julian. Thiago's got a wide open runner to his left if he can find him into the path of Demetrius, just a little bit too far in front. Demetrius cuts by 2 defenders towards Igu in the box, and Igu's header down. It's wide of the post and saved by Williams anyway. Thiago cutting in field there. If he could have played that into the path of Demetrius, might have had a chance to shoot himself. Igu so good with his chest and composed and winning possession. He's shown himself to be a lethal goal scorer as well as a reliable center forward, setting up his teammates and holding possession. They look directly for Thiago there, and it's clipped away by Gomez. Most of the attack coming down the right side through Thiago. Demetrius and Julian freedom to float. So most of the work's been done over on this left wing by Rodriguez and Gomez of Pumas to keep their team level in this one. And credit to Pumas, they've done everything right there. stayed level as that shot from Igu is blocked. And if they can get the right bounce closing out this half, they could either go in tied or ahead after being, you'd have to say, outplayed. Marcus Vinicius lets that one get tipped out, and it's a throw-in, against Paranaense. So Gomez will throw it in. Another throw-in coming as that bangs into our fourth official, Luis Garita, and almost our cameraman. Tonatia here on the ball. Lays it off to Gomez. Back to Tonatia up towards Carvajal. Carvajal able to get Thiago on his back. Get some space to move up the field, and Thiago does well to stay with him, fight back, and win the ball. Julian now picks it up. Igu's got two runners and two options. Charging to the middle of the field, lays it off for Demetrius, but intercepted at the last second by Escarrega. Good work there from Escarrega to keep his head in the play and read that pass. This Paranaense team, a lot of, it looks like, lightweight players. This unbelievable ability to scrap and win the ball back. Julian and Thiago don't exactly look like they come away upper-handed in any sort of fights. They've been able to get the job done. Long ball over the top towards Julian and intercepted by Escarrega. Up the field towards Del Angel, and Paulo gets there first and puts it out for a throw-in. As we hit stoppage time here in this first half, the second semifinal of the Premier Division Championship. Monterrey knocking off Chivas 2-0 in the opener. And that's the final whistle of the first half of Marco Antonio Vega. Paranaense have controlled the game, controlled possession. Both teams have hit the crossbar, and we are still locked in here at 0-0 at halftime. We'll be back in 10 minutes with all of your action here on MLSsoccer.com as these two teams look to finally get the breakthrough and see who will meet Monterrey on Saturday night in the final. Opening minutes of the second half here on MLSsoccer.com. No halftime substitutes for either team as Pumas looks to get this one under control a little bit. Atletico Paranaense dominating possession and chances in the first half, but no goals for it. Throw in here for our head referee, Marco Antonio Vega. Pumas coming out of the halftime talk just seconds before we kicked off. And a lot to talk about after that opening 10 minutes, trying to get some shade and trying to get some rest here. A perfect day for soccer, 55 and sunny. A gust at times, but otherwise perfect conditions. Julian has been the best player, if not in this game, and if not in the tournament, then by far in this game, you'd have to say. Getting right back into the flow from the first half. Igu gets in there. He gets taken down. And it's a goal kick, no penalty. The captain for Paranaense, Igu, sneaking in between the center back and the goalkeeper there and not able to get the call. See the replay here. Almost a wasted ball. You didn't think there was any chance of there even being a challenge. But somehow Igu finds a way to get there, but could not make the play. Pumas hitting the crossbar in the first half for the first opportunity of the game. Paranaense following that up, hitting the crossbar themselves off a headed chance from Lucas. And those have been the two biggest chances of the game. Pumas not really much more to show offensively besides that. So the corner kick comes in here. Bento puts it off the crossbar once again, similar to the first half, and he's able to take it down. Bento showing some shaky moments. Did not concede a goal in the entire group stage. Now back-to-back mistakes. Let's see if Pumas can take advantage in any way. See the replay here. A soft header, not much danger, but a high angle. And Bento, he's lucky he didn't put that in his own goal there. Didn't get behind the ball like goalkeepers are taught to. Thiago making a run down the left side was wide open, but Demetrius chooses to go to his right to the pass of Marcus Vinicius. Coming all the way across here for Lucas. Now Stefano gets the ball. Giovanni here, who once again is putting in a fantastic performance. Julian clips it in towards Stefano on the far post. The shot on the follow-up by Demetrius did a great job getting over that one. It was headed on goal before it was deflected away and out for a corner kick now. On the flip side to Paranaense. Julian, of course, standing over it, and he will take. Right-footed service played into the far post and taken by Williams. Good work from the goalkeeper there to control his box. This one played up the right wing. Pumas doing a better job of winning the ball in the opposition half. Getting a little bit of attacking possession now. That cross clipped in and headed away, but kept alive in the end. Well done, it looked like, up there from Hernandez. It physically hit the corner flag there and stayed in. The corner flag, of course, a part of the game, as is the referee. A part of the field of play. Julian now sprang out to this left side looking for the big switch. And a great job there from Carbajal to block that one. Stefano, who's been quiet in this game, gives it to Giovanni. Thiago whips it in past Igu. Julian with the collision on the far post. It's an easy one for the referee there. No call made. Eventually cleared out by Dominguez. All the way up the side to Del Angel. And a free kick opportunity now for Pumas. Del Angel up the side. Obviously tripped up by Lucas. So two now standing over this one. And it looks like it's going to fall to the captain, Rodriguez. Left-footed service played in. Great ball in. Bento with the punch. And it looks like it's going to go out for a corner kick. So another chance coming here for Pumas. Pumas winning all their group stage games by a single goal, drawing with Tokyo as well and falling in PKs. And they look to take a lead once again against Paranaense. Paranaense with all the opportunities in the first half. As that one's flashed high and over the box, over the crossbar, excuse me. And a chance for Pumas. 10 shots in the first half for Atletico Paranaense, only 2 for Pumas, none on target. Pumas only 1 chance from inside the box coming in the first half, and now here in the second half showing a lot more confidence, getting a foothold in this game. Thiago swapping out to this left wing after playing most of that first half on the right side. Giovanni, a fantastic win in midfield and gets rid of it quickly. Demetrius lays it back to Lucas. Paranaense, now that Pumas is pushing a little bit farther forward, find the openings offensively. Shot comes in and taken easily. Tonatia Mejia over there putting some pressure on. Del Angel drops it back to Carbajal. They push it across the midfield now. Intercepted by Thiago. A mistake there from Carrega. Julian looks to dip his shoulder and get in field, and he's able to earn the free kick. Julian, his ability to trick and really control what these defenders do. Taken short by Paranaense. We've played about 10 minutes here in this second half. 35-minute half, so we will go to 70 minutes plus stoppage time. One gets knocked away. Pumas, most of the work defensively in the first half. Finding a bit more time on the ball here in the second half. Paranaense, they got to make their opportunities count, otherwise they will get bitten on the counter and might find themselves out of this competition after dominating so thoroughly through 3.5 games of play, but still tied here 0-0. In the first game, Monterrey, a goal in the first half and the second half to knock off Chivas Guadalajara. Thiago there with the quick cut. Blows away his defender. Stefano now pushing it across the midfield. Giovanni's got Marcus Vinicius making the run. And the cross now coming in from Vinicius over Igu. A touch from Thiago. Not enough to send it on goal. Julian able to make things difficult. And now Gutierrez looking to clear. Stefano keeping it in for Paranaense. Julian goes to ground right in front of the referee, and he's going to pick up a yellow card. The last man in the game, really, that Paranaense wants to see in any type of card trouble. So Julian goes into the book. A little bit of medical work being done in these final few minutes. In this minute here. It looks like Gutierrez is the one down on the ground. Pumas, the weakest of the 4 group winners, coming into the semifinals. They've done well, I'd say, to stay at 0-0 throughout this game with Paranaense. No substitutions made for either team so far. And it looks like it is Gutierrez now limping off. We'll see if he's able to continue. If not, it seems Aristeo Garcia is ready to come on, but Gutierrez doing a little bit of jogging down there on the sideline, proving to his coach that he can stay in. No one wants to get pulled out of semifinal. 5 substitutions allowed per team, but only in 3 stoppages, so at some point you have to make multiple subs. Cannot make 5 individual substitutions. Gutierrez limps back on the field, just out of your screen on this near right side. Long ball played up the field. Delon Hell can't bring it down. Back the other way. Igu cannot get to it. Collision between him and Williams. Back on the field after his injury. Gutierrez on this end line. Gets past Lucas and then pulls him down. And the foul will go against him. Gutierrez proving he is healthy. Long ball up the wing. Thiago clips it down the middle of the field. Cleared away, but Williams now has to make a play, and he does. Dangerous moments there for Pumas. And they come back the other way. For Pumas, it would be huge to get a couple seconds of clean possession to take the pressure off. Giovanni grounds the first defender. Gets past the second, plays it out into the path of Igu. The center forward now out wide, looking across. Clips it in. Tiago on the far post, the header off the hand of Williams and in. The center forward, Igu, goes out wide and sets up the assist man in Tiago with his third goal of the competition. And Atletico Paranaense finally making all of their chances and all of their possession count here in the 53rd minute. And Tiago with the opening goal. Igu had been the target all game. He comes out wide. And you gotta love that perseverance there from Tiago. He puts his head in a dangerous area, knows or believes he will not lose that ball. And that header so strong it goes off the hands of Williams and in. So we have the opening goal. Atletico Paranaense taking a 1-0 lead here in the 53rd minute. About 17 minutes left to play in regular time of this semifinal. Atletico Paranaense right now on the path to facing off against Monterrey for the championship. Igu now sprays this one wide to Julian. Julian with two defenders around him, loses possession, and it goes out off him for a throw-in to Pumas. Pumas as a club used to international competition, coming in runners-up in the 2005 Copa Sudamericana at the first team level. Gutierrez brings this one down. They're able to finally sneak the ball down this right wing. The header coming in. They can't direct it on goal. Now Giovanni with the tackle away. A lot of contact across the field and it goes out. Marcus, you can see out on the bottom of your screen, the manager of this Atletico Paranaense team. He's got them in with a 1-0 lead so far. Alberto Rodriguez, it looks like, down there on the ground. Igu getting held up there. And the free kick does go against Mejia. Julian now collided with it. He goes down in a heap. We'll see what color this card coming is. It looks like it will be a yellow card. So the first yellow card of the game shown to Pumas, is now the two teams both standing over the free kick spot. There are three standing over this one. Looks like some creativity coming here from Paranaense. Julian and Stefano just steps away from the ball. Julian then pulls Stefano in even closer. We'll see what's coming here. We expect someone to take a touch. And they're now directing Tiago over onto the side of the wall. Shot comes in from Igu, hits off the defender. Don't think anyone took a touch, and that's why Igu had his hand up. Now they'll try and play quickly. Igu flicks it towards himself, and it goes out on that far side. Paranaense now sitting on a 1-0 lead against the team out of the capital, Mexico City. Cross coming in from the right side over everyone. Thiago, the lone goal scorer, cleans it up. Goes by the first defender, looks for the shot, and it's deflected. Now Pumas will try and clear, and they get it out for a goal kick. Carlos Dominguez. With that one, substitute now coming. For this squad, it looks like Carvajal is the one coming off. And coming on is Brian Figueroa. So Brian Figueroa, the first substitute of the game, comes in here with about 12 minutes left to play. And a second substitute immediately following him. And it will be Aristeo Garcia. And it looks like this time he will come on for Gutierrez. Well, there's a bit of confusion over who he will come on for. I believe it was incorrectly written on the substitute ticket. So Garcia will have to wait a little bit longer. Lucas restarts the attack. Paranaense really needs to score a second one to take the pressure off to close out this game. Long touch there from Gutierrez. Marcus Vinicius up to Julian. Julian, good shape to that pass into the path of Igu. Igu goes to the ground. And Vega right on top of that one. No call made as we continue to play on. Pumas now back the other way. Can Pumas somehow find a way to create a goal-scoring chance here in the second half? 13 shots for our Atletico Paranaense, just 3 in the game for Pumas, none on goal. As now Garcia is ready to come on. So Aristeo Garcia does come on, and he comes on in place of Eric Hernandez. Two substitutes now made by Pumas. None so far for Paranaense. Julian sliding in there, can't get a touch to it. Gomez now sprays it out wide right. Gutierrez has space to pick his head up. He's trying to get help from his fullback, Escarrega. Escarrega goes by Lucas, and he's not able to get on the other end of it and save it from a goal kick. Flashes of an attack for Pumas now. Under 10 minutes of regular time left in this one. Bento to take this one. He's had 2 corner kicks that he's put off his own crossbar. And that's really been all of the work he's had to do so far in this game. 60 minutes of action as Julian takes on another defender. He floats by Gutierrez. Igu floating out wide left this time. Loses possession. It'll be a throw into Pumas. Gutierrez turns the ball over and he slams it into the ground there. right in front of the fourth official. Pumas wearing their away white and golds, Paranaense in their home red and blacks. Pumas' official colors blue and gold. And that comes actually from the U.S. The Notre Dame coach helped them found an American football team program in the 1950s. And so they made their official colors after Notre Dame in blue and gold. And those are the tidbits you get when you ride David Goss Airways. Here on MLSsoccer.com, we've got two more semifinals coming up later this evening. 7:15 Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. We have River Plate, last year's champions and the top qualifying team out of the championship division, facing off against Villarreal out of La Liga, traveling here to Dallas for the first time ever. They scored a stunning goal 2 minutes in against San Jose in their last group stage game that you'll be seeing quite soon on MLSsoccer.com in the highlights of the group stage, as this shot comes in and goes high. And then in the second matchup, FC Dallas, the host team, the only MLS team to qualify for the semifinals, and they face off against Ude Chile, a team that has been lethal in their games. They haven't seen a lot of possession, but they've been extremely efficient in the ones that they have found. One of the most effective goal-scoring teams here, and that should be a great matchup to close off our semifinals Saturday evening. Monterrey will face off against the winner here at 5:15 p.m. Central Time, 6:15 Eastern Time. And as of right now, it looks like that'll be against Atletico Paranaense as Thiago comes back and cleans that up. Stefano has time and space. Pushes out wide to Marcus Vinicius. The Brazilian club out of Curitiba, located on the southeast coast of Brazil between Rio de Janeiro and Porto Alegre. Was a host city for the 2014 World Cup, hosted 4 matches during the group stage of competition. Curitiba, before the World Cup, one of the premier stadiums in Brazil, and then was renovated to make sure that it was ready to host the world's biggest stage. And these players hoping to one day play in the first division. Good work down this left wing. Lucas able to keep the ball in. Loses possession, no foul called. So it looked like Escarrega back to clean things up, and then Igu's going to pick up a yellow card here back behind the play. So some dirty play from him, it looks like, on Mejia. Igu now picks up a yellow here in the 66th minute. They don't want to take any chances with that man picking up too many cards. He has been one of the lifebloods of this team. Second leading scorer on the squad, had the assist on the only goal so far this afternoon. Long ball over the top, and Bento will patiently watch that one float out of bounds. Pumas now trying to hurry up play. Looks like they're going to bring their third substitute on. Paranaense still yet to make a change. They haven't really rotated the lineup much throughout the group stage. They opened up the first game starting numbers 1 through 11, as many Brazilian youth teams do. Everyone with a number per position. Adding Lucas and Demetrius to the starting lineup for the third group game. And now once again here in the semifinal. Halter coming in place of the injured Jonathan at right center back. But otherwise, they have not made a single move in game They are holding on to a 1-0 lead. Dylan Ruiz, who started in the opening game against FC Tokyo at center forward, comes on, so more forward help. And it looks like Gutierrez finally will go off as Julian's still down behind the play, holding his back. And the first substitute of the game is ready for Paranaense. It's going to be Nicholas, who subbed in for 2 of the 3 group stage games. Now everyone on the field coming back around the play. Paulo, the left center back, helpfully comes in and pushes a few people. And now the entire group of both teams is out around the ball. A lot of yelling going on the sidelines as well. Igu not happy tossing the ball away, but Paranaense players have to be smart. They want to protect their number 10, but at the same time, they have a potential semifinal or final coming up. Pumas maybe only minutes away from a performance opportunity to go there as well. We'll see if anyone picks up any cards here. It was back behind the play, so I didn't have an opportunity to see. Julian still holding his back now. And Carbajal waving him, or excuse me, Dominguez, it looks like, waving him off the field. Not happy with whatever it is that they're doing. And now the Pumas coach over pushing the medical team of Paranaense. I have no idea at this point what is happening in this one. Chaotic scenes as we close out the first semifinal. Monterrey knocking off Chivas 2-0. Chivas picking up 2 red cards in stoppage time. Pumas here starting to become a little bit unraveled in the closing minutes of this one. Nicholas ready to come on as a substitute as well. And it looks like Julian's day is done. So Nicholas now coming on in place of Julian. Julian going off, we hope not, for the last time this tournament, as Paranaense in the lead, and Julian has been a pleasure to watch, leading the competition in chances created and leading this team in goals scored still. 1 ahead of Thiago and Igu. Pumas now. You have to think a fair amount of stoppage time will be added. The head referee in this one, Marco Antonio Vega, will have that on his watch. There's no board to show us the time. This one rolls through to Bento, and Bento there, happy to juggle the ball back by his own goal in no rush. As Paranaense is looking to drain off every second of this clock. They've yet to concede here in Dallas. The 2016 Generation Adidas Cup, this the second semifinal of the Premier Division. Monterrey winning 2-0 over Chivas in the first semifinal. And Paranaense sweeping the group stage competition with 2 5-0 wins over DC and Houston and a 1-0 win over RSL. And now leading 1-0 against a Pumas team that has absolutely come unraveled here in the closing minutes. And if you're Paranaense, you want to keep the ball in the attacking half and keep your heads. Because if Pumas scores here, you are going straight to PKs after all of the work you've done in open play, dominating the shooting shots category, 15-4 on this one. Paranaense's had 10 key passes that are passes leading to good opportunities, only 3 for Pumas. This game offensively, 2 for Pumas, has been all Paranaense. They're in danger now of potentially losing it late here against Pumas. Or what would be even worse to see, getting a victory and someone not being able to play in a final due to a silly mistake. We are in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. We don't know how much the referee plans on adding. Pumas now looking to create an opportunity. Cleared by Marcus Vinicius. Igu flicks it on, but no one running off him. And Pumas will pump this ball back into the box. This time cleared away by Paulo, who has not been an innocent bystander in all of this chaos that's ensued. Thiago picks this one up with some open space. Looks to put it out in front of the path of Demetrius. Flicked back on, and Stefano, it looks like. Or excuse me, it looks like Halter, the right center back, goes down, but the foul will go against him. Huge opportunity here for Pumas to float this ball in. Mejia talking over the ball. Pumas sending all but their goalkeeper and Gomez into the box, although now asking the question why the goalkeeper isn't going in. Now every player is in the box. A 4-man wall for Paranaense. Williams cheering them on. The shot comes in, and it flashes wide of everything and out of bounds. And we'll see how much longer there is. Bento in no rush to restart the play. Marco Antonio Vega has control of the end of this one on his watch. It's Paranaense through the 53rd minute goal from Thiago on the assist from Igu. Looks like that might be enough for them to see this one out as the final whistle goes. Atletico Paranaense, it wasn't easy. They dominated offensively, outshooting Pumas in the end by over 10 shots as Pumas surrounds the referee in the final whistle. Not happy at all, and you got to say, not quite sure what has them so upset and so heated. Paranaense, though, is all hugs and celebrations over on their side as they will go to the final. Atletico Paranaense at Curitiba, Brazil. The 3rd goal of the competition for Thiago as Paranaense will move on to the final. Pumas hit the crossbar in the opening minutes here over the head of Bento. They hit the crossbar in the second half once again off a corner kick, but that was really it. Thiago with the thundering header there off the hands of William. You see celebrating over there with his bench, and he has a lot to be happy about. 3 goals, 3 assists for Thiago in the tournament. Julian, the leading goal scorer on this team and the leading chance creator in the competition, as well as Igu now, who has 3 goals and 2 assists, will move on to the final. So on Saturday night, it'll be Atletico Paranaense facing off against Monterrey here, 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:15 p.m. Central Time in our final. And coming up at 6:15 tonight, we have the first of our championship division semifinals as well. River Plate against Villarreal, followed by the host FC Dallas against Ude Chile. Stick to MLSsoccer.com for all of your results. We'll get you the scores as well from the other consolation games going on throughout the competition. Thanks so much for watching, and stick to MLSsoccer.com. Thanks a lot, guys.